Classic. We've got 30 minutes. Go.
Just kidding. And we're live. Okay.
We're live.
Hey, guys. Welcome to episode number 2.
We're back.
Shannon.
Jenna. Here.
Back at it for another episode of our show. Chatting with you guys. Today I thought it would be fun to talk about friendships and what that means to us. And the reason I thought this would be a good topic for today was because I was late to our recording session.
I didn't know she was late. I also wasn't prepared.
We were both, we needed it. We needed a little extra time.
Just needed a little extra time.
I was driving up here. On my commute up here I've recently decided to try to make my commute more productive. So
Perfect.
Sometimes I drive up here at 3 or 3:30 in the morning because I'm going to work, which starts at 5 a.m. So that, I feel like I can't really be productive. Well, I either listen to like a podcast or an e-book is basically, versus listening to music.
Okay.
I try to like fill my brain with good stuff.
Love that.
Or productive stuff. I don't know.
I just listen to my wedding playlist over and over again. Wherever I go. Can't wait. Counting the days for a year and a half from now.
I love that. That's also filling it with good stuff. But if I make the commute like midday, I try to like use it as my time to like make calls. So like call my mom, call my dad, call my sister, whatever,
Okay,
like check in on people. So I was doing that, cruising, doing that. It's my dad's birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday,
But
Dad.
his phone was off.
My birthday was this weekend and last month.
Yeah. You had 2 birthdays. You had several birthdays. So I'm calling, trying to find him, checking, like, couldn't find him. Anyways, call my friend, Collie,
Oh, fun.
who after...
Shout out to Colleen.
Yeah, we will have her on because...
It's going to be great.
She also has a crazy stories
She's
in
got
life.
the best perspective on everything.
Yeah. And that's the reason I called her, is because she has kind of been all over these last couple weeks. So I was like, fill me in. What are all these adventures you're on? You're in Arizona. You're in California. Like, where are you? What are you doing? I need to know.
So cool.
So she's a firefighter. And so she was like, you called me at the perfect time. We just got off this thing. Like, oh, I have some time to talk. So I was like, perfect. So we start talking. I don't want to like give away any details because I truly want her to like tell her life story. But she was just dropping bomb after bomb on me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great.
I was getting like hot because I was getting so much information.
I love that.
And I was like, oh my God. So I was like so dialed into this phone call. And then she's all of a sudden, again, she's a firefighter. So she's like, we're getting called. I have to go. Like, love you. Talk to you later. I'm like, oh, okay, bye. Talk to you later. Bye. And then I hang up the phone call. And my car navigation, like bringing me to your house, was like, you're low on fuel. Do you need to find the nearest gas station?
I mean, technology, man.
Yeah. And I was like, yes, find me the nearest gas station.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. I didn't realize, didn't even know that was happening.
Did my car do that? Did you know your car did that?
No, I didn't. No. I also have this is a brand new car. So everything I'm learning as I go. So I'm like, yeah, fine, take me to the nearest gas station. And so I'm at that weird spot between that drive where it kind of just like farm.
Farm?
Like there's just no towns, no cities.
Yeah, okay.
Just kind of like fields.
That big straight stretch.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So the nearest gas station was like 8 miles. I'm like, fuck, great, cool. I made it off the freeway, but I didn't make it to the gas station.
No.
Yeah.
You didn't make it to the gas station?
No, did not make it.
She did not tell me this.
Did not make it.
Oh my God.
And my car has only ran out of gas. Not this car. My old car has only ran out of gas. Like, it's only happened to me one time in my life.
That's never happened to me. It came close, but it didn't happen.
I always push it. I push it really, really far. So I've learned that this car, like, when it says E, it means E. Okay, got it. Won't forget that.
Got it.
But actually, so I walked to the gas station, right? I wasn't that far, luckily. Wasn't that far. I walk over there, and I'm like, do I have to buy a gas tank to, like, my car's right there? Or do you guys have, like, a spare? And they were like, no, you have to buy one. And I was like, fine. But then this really old, nice man was like, I have one in the back of my truck. And I'm like, oh, my God. Can I borrow it? I won't take it. I don't need it. Can I fill it up real quick, use it, hand it back to you? And he's like, there's actually already gas in it. You can have it. Like,
Oh my god.
So he walks it over there. He puts it in for me.
How sweet.
So nice. And then I was like, what did he say? He was like, I was like, I owe you, like, I have like $3 in cash, or can I just fill it back up for you? Because, like, he probably has it full in the back of his truck for a reason, right?
Yeah.
Can I fill it back up for you? He's like, no. Do you need me to cover you on your gas? Like, do you need any other help? I'm like, no, thank you so much. So he was so sweet.
What a sweet man.
Yeah. So then I drive the literal, like, 20 feet to the actual gas station because I could see it. You know, it was right there. And the gas attendant the whole time was just watching me like, yep, come on, let's go. Like, obviously saw the whole thing. Anyways, get gas, back on the road, message you. I owe you a Starbucks for being late because got distracted. But I feel like it was kind of perfect because it's like ties back to friendship. Like, call your friends, check in on them, but like
also
pay attention to your
man.
Yeah, he was very sweet.
Friends don't even have to be people you've known forever.
True. He was so nice.
I love that.
He was like, what were you doing? Just not paying attention? And I was like, literally was not paying attention.
You're absolutely correct, sir.
Absolutely right. Was not. Big mistake. And then, you know, my car still doesn't have, it still has like the dealership plates on it. Cause
So you stole the car.
yeah. But that was my excuse. I was like, this is brand new. I mean, it's not, it's like a few months old. But I was like, this is brand new. I just didn't know. And he was like, oh, every car's different, you know. And like, he was so sweet.
That's so sweet.
But
well, my
call your friends.
Starbucks is delicious, so thank you.
Yeah.
For my cold foam, cold brew pumpkin, cold brew.
With
With 1 pump white chocolate.
Yeah.
The cold foam, you guys, it's never gonna get old. I'm gonna be really sad when they take it away.
I know. I feel like they hit the jackpot with that.
I know. I have to learn how to make it myself.
Yeah, seriously.
TikTok can teach us.
But check on your friends. Do good things for your friends.
Or for random strangers.
Do good deeds.
Yeah.
Be nice.
I'm sure that was helpful. I honestly, like I said, I didn't know Shannon was late. I figured, like, my phone said 2, which probably meant, like, 1:30 for myself. But I was like, 2, perfect. We're right on time.
Yeah.
And I did not think that you were late at all. So, appreciate the Starbucks.
Yeah.
For my inconvenience.
Also for myself because.
Also for myself, because I haven't eaten anything today except for avocado toast and sausage.
Yeah, thank you for feeding me.
You're welcome. Scarf down before you got here. But I was like, I haven't eaten and I have to talk. Oh my god, I'm gonna be so grumpy. I haven't eaten anything.
Well, if you listen to our first podcast, you got a little sneak peek as to what we did this weekend, but not very much of a sneak peek because
it was a surprise, and Shannon left out a lot of details.
Yeah, we celebrated Jenna's birthday this weekend, and it was a surprise birthday party.
Yes, we did, and I was so surprised. I was so surprised. I feel like I love surprises. I really do. I do get some slight anxiety when I realize I don't understand what's going on. And I panic and I'm just like, oh my god, do I have the right things? Where the heck are we? I was blindfolded, which
yeah, tell them your whole perspective. I have my perspective, okay, but I also knew what was happening.
Right. So basically, we are so busy. I swear there's something like every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday of like the week, and I'm so thankful that I'm thankful I haven't been working. Also a slight inconvenience to not be working. Because I have all these things to pay for that have money coming too. But anyways, I basically didn't have the October calendar written out as realistically the beginning of this story. And my fiance is very much so like needs to see it. And I have it in my phone, so I like know what's going on at all times, but I didn't have the October calendar written. And so he looks at the calendar and he's like, are we not doing anything in October? And I was like, oh, we are doing things. I don't have it written down yet. I'm so sorry. So I fill it up and there's like one weekend in October that nothing was happening. And he was like, can we do something on this weekend? And I was like, sure, absolutely, 100. Yes, we can. Do I get to know what we're doing? And he's like, no. I was just like, okay. So like all month I feel like I've been like anticipating doing something with Kyle, which babe, I'm so sorry that I have to pencil you into my life.
I'm sorry you actually ended up not getting a weekend.
No, it's fine. We did get a weekend because our plans for the previous weekend got canceled and it like worked out. But anyways, he came home, he told me he was going to be home early on Friday. I said, perfect. And I tried to pack, but I didn't really. I just like packed my makeup and like that was all.
Yeah.
Some socks, my toothbrushes. And then he came home. He, like, was telling me what to pack. He actually had a list, which was slightly confusing because he's not, like, he really is not a hopeless romantic. So, like, as excited as I was to have him be like, you need gold jewelry and high-waisted jeans, I was like, look at you knowing words.
You know what high-waisted jeans are?
You know what high-waisted jeans are? And he was like, you just have to bring them. And I was like, okay, you need black heels, you need brown heels. And I was like, these kind of brown heels or these kind of brown heels? And he was just like, those ones. Like, just making decisions.
Yeah.
And I just believed him. I was like, you're doing great. We should plan surprise trips more often for me. I was so excited. So then we, like, get in the car, and we're on our way. And we're like, I guess we were almost there to wherever we were going. And he gives me a T-shirt, and he's like, put this around your face. Like, you have to be blindfolded. And I was like, what? What do you mean we have to be blindfolded? First of all, I'm like getting motion sickness and I want me to cover my eyes while the car is moving. And so I was like, okay. So I put it on. I'm trying to be like so patient, but he's like, you can't see anything, right? I'm like, I cannot see anything at all. I have no idea where we are going. And so I get out of the car and then he just tells me to stand there and wait. And I'm blindfolded. I feel like I'm standing in the middle of the street. And I'm just like, I hear cars. Where are you going?
What are we doing?
What are we doing? I was so stressed. And yeah, so he leads me what feels through like a tunnel and of darkness. And he made a joke about like, what if it was around the corner? And I was like, that is not funny. I totally screamed. I'm like the biggest scaredy cat. I'm like, he's taking me to a haunted house. I'm going to kill him. I was just like so mad. And then I took off my blindfold, and my best friend's throwing me a surprise party.
Surprise!
Surprise! And I was a charcuterie board that was so big.
So big.
So big. A photo wall and presents and goodies for my friends and T-shirts. And, yeah. And cupcakes. I mean, there was literally like, it was a full-blown surprise party.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So in episode 1, when I was talking about planning I was
events.
I've been planning this weekend event for like a month and a half, and like, you know, every time I think I've said that, you've said something like, well, what are you doing? And I just purposely tried really hard not to lie.
Yeah.
But I wanted to just like brush it off. I was like, oh, just this, you know, weekend thing. Oh, just this girls' night, or like whatever I said.
And I always assume, which is so funny, I didn't even assume, like, oh, why wasn't I invited? I was like, I always just assumed you were talking about, like, the other people that you have in your life. Mm-hmm. And you have to plan things for sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, Shannon's husband works for the football team at OSU, and so she's very involved with, like, the football wives, mm-hmm. and she's a football wife. Like, they have events. And
we do things.
They do things. And
I was literally hoping that's the group that you were assuming. Because I feel like every other group we were blended on in some form or fashion.
I know.
That I was like, okay, the football wives are the only people that she would just be like, oh yeah, I'm not a part of that.
Oh yeah, I don't get to go to those, but fun.
And so I was like, okay, I hope that's where your brain goes. And it did, which makes me so happy. But, so yeah, I planned this weekend, got Kyle to basically say to you, like, I need a weekend. You know, like, I need you to block me in. And so I told him which weekend I wanted him to act like it was his weekend. I still feel so bad because he still doesn't have a week. Well, I mean, he did have a weekend. But I was like, I need you to tell her that you guys are doing something for this whole weekend, or this weekend, and, like, so that you didn't plan something else, right? Or go, or whatever.
Yes.
And so it had a whole theme. 28 and great. Yeah. 28 feeling great.
Absolutely.
We made T-shirts.
The T-shirts are the best.
I
think I wore it all. I think I wore it all week.
Little jammy T-shirts.
Yes.
We Friday night was just like a little hangout, listen to music.
Yeah.
chat,
Just we're together.
eat the hell out of that
We
charcuterie
ate
board.
so much at charcuterie.
It was a ginormous. Well, we walk into this house. First of all, I obviously saw it on like Airbnb. I was like, oh, cute, great, it's gonna work, awesome.
Yeah.
We walk in and it was like so much cuter than I thought.
It was big.
And it was big.
It didn't look big. It was like a, what are the,
Like a
what's
townhouse.
the closet?
Oh.
Line the Witch in the Wardrobe closet.
Yeah.
It's a whole different world.
It did.
When you
You walk
walked
in the
in.
door and it just expands all of a sudden.
Yeah. You're like, where'd this house come from?
And it had this perfect, what would you even call that? Like a,
It's like a
island.
Yeah, it's like a island that technically is a cutting board.
And
but
it was
also a
perfect. We filled it with all the goodies, all the cheese, all the
Yeah.
stuff. It was perfect. Like she said, we made like a photo wall. So we hung out Friday night, and then Saturday, our 3 events of the day was brunch in the morning, pedicures in the afternoon,
yeah.
and then dinner at night,
Yeah.
and just kind of
It was the best.
filled.
Shannon thought of everything. She literally, like, I can't talk because I'll cry.
Cry.
No,
Cry.
That's what I want. That's what she said. I was like, I don't know whether to cry or be like so surprised. I was like, my heart was racing.
Yeah.
Like, I literally was like, put your hand on my chest. I just have not had a surprise quite like that. Apart from my proposal. I love you, Kyle.
Mm-hmm. Heart was also racing then.
Yeah, I just like...
But you weren't blindfolded
I
before you
wasn't
got proposed.
blindfolded before I got proposed to. So I think like all my senses were just like so heightened because I was actually getting like scared because it's Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
And he was
feels like
playing
it's
to
getting
that.
darker. You're making comments that are actually scaring me. So like my senses were just like so heightened and I couldn't see. And so when I took my blindfold off, my heart was just like racing. But there was, clothes hung in the closet for every event. So cute. With little name tags, you guys. Just like details of things that I would do for somebody. But like those things don't happen for me very often.
Yeah. And they need to.
So
that was exactly, like, we titled it as your birthday. But the way I pitched it to, like, your friends in the group text was like... Yeah. Oh, by the way, her birthday was a month and a half ago. So this weekend is like not not anywhere near your birthday.
Yeah.
But the way that I pitched it was I was like, first of all, her birthday I feel like got kind of washed away with all the other events that were going on.
Yeah.
Like you still celebrated and it was great and I was happy that you got out to go do that.
Yeah.
But I feel like it wasn't what was originally planned.
Yeah, it was like just dinner. Which
Yeah.
I love just dinner, but like there's been, again, so many other events in my life that have been so fun for me to do for people, but then I was like, oh, it's my birthday. Oh, it's COVID still. Oh, we can't really do much. You can only have this many people at your reservation. You can, like,
Yep.
Again, with the rules. I'm not even
And the forest fires came.
And the forest fires. And yeah, like there were so many things that I just like focused on my family and was like trying to make sure they were all safe and okay. And then my birthday was over.
And then your birthday, and then time like flew. So I was like, we need to redo the birthday. But then also I was like, let's just treat her because I feel like also, you're a big personality.
Yeah.
You have to be around people. You want to see people. You want to do stuff. And like quarantine is
Killing me.
not built for those type of people. Right?
It's been killing me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so I was like, I feel like we just need to give you a weekend of... like, you're completely loved. You're around everyone that you'd want to be. I know you probably want Kyle, like, there, but also...
He understands.
He's a boy.
He knows.
I couldn't make him a manicure set.
He wouldn't have done a pedicure. He is so ticklish.
Yeah.
I tried to convince him all the time.
So I was like, we'll do date night some other time, but...
Absolutely.
Girls' weekend.
Yeah.
Kendrick even was like, why am I not invited? And I was like, you're
Kendrick.
not a girl. It's a girl. I just don't know what else to say. Like, I know you would love to be there, but no, not
Kendrick, we can go get pedicures another time.
He would actually love that.
How about you take me, Kendrick, for my birthday?
Yeah.
To get a pedicure.
I was just like, you need, and I feel like, I've said this to so many people that have asked me, like, why I'm doing this or why I did it. I was like, Jenna takes care of so many people and you have so many people on your radar and I feel like you go above and beyond in just taking care of people, whether you're doing something for them or whether you're just thinking about them or checking in on them or whatever you do, that I was like, she needs that. we could all get better at doing it on the day-to-day. But I feel like you needed that of, like, this whole weekend is about you. You don't have to think about
I'm
anything.
just crying over here, so don't mind me not speaking for a second.
That's just what I wanted to. I was like, we need to do it. And I was so happy that your friends all were, like, so down and so into it. And, I mean, I was a little crazy, I feel like, with my planning because I was, like...
I think that's how I get, though. It's like when you're the person in charge of it, and you want it to go a certain way, and you have the vibe in your head, like... Yeah. I feel like I would rather know what the vibe is than not know.
Yeah. No, I did. I mean, yeah.
Because I don't think I'm type A, but maybe at some points in my life.
I can be.
Yeah. And I think those details are, like, appreciated in the end.
Yeah. So I was like, you bring charcuterie stuff, you bring cupcakes, you bring breakfast, you bring coffee, you bring snack, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, had it all pieced out. What size t-shirt are you? I'm making shirts. Like, I had it all. And then, I mean, I was just so happy that everyone was there and had a good time. And
brunch was delicious. She took me to my favorite. We've eaten dinner there multiple times, Bricks in Portland. We've eaten there for several birthdays and occasions, but I've never done a brunch there.
It was good.
It was great. It was absolutely delicious.
They give you a little complimentary donuts?
Yeah, donuts with this chocolate and the raspberries.
So good. Yeah.
It was perfect. And then pedicures, we just realized, like, as we're sitting in the pedicure chairs, that we're at a point in our lives where we just love each other's company. Mm-hmm. We, like, held hands, and we're just like, you guys, isn't this so nice not talking to each other?
We barely talked.
Being...
Just in our massage chairs, getting our feet rubbed. We were just like, we can all just settle in, right?
Like,
and be quiet.
I swear, so there was a mirror across from everybody, like this huge mirror wall. And at one point I, like, look over and, like, everyone's eyes are closed. We're just, like, really soaking in the soak and the rub and the scrub and all the things. And I just was like, you guys, we are... getting older.
Are we old?
We're getting older. Shannon's pregnant, so she's over there, like, about to fall asleep.
I was so comfy.
Jasmine's over here, like, she just got a pedicure the weekend before, and so she just did the massage.
I didn't know that was an option.
Right?
So smart.
I'm gonna do that all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I just want the full-blown massage for the whole
She had a 30-minute foot and leg massage.
I know. I was just like, oh, I'm so jealous.
When I'm 9 months pregnant and I can't even reach my toes, I'm just going to do that once a week.
Absolutely.
I think you should. Touch, do all the things. Make me feel better.
And so that was just, like, so fun. And then we went back to the house and, like, got ready and hung out and got ready and hung out and, like, ate some charcuterie. Who knew we were hungry after brunch? I should have known. With my friends, just ate, got pedicures. Snack time!
Snacks!
And so it was just, like, perfect. We all cuddled and listened to music, and we did face masks and hand masks.
We went to a cute little, like, coffee shop that was around the corner.
Yes. This place, this mystery Airbnb, wherever we were, was right next to, like, a little bakery and a Mexican restaurant, and there was a bunch of other things. A guy playing some Irish music. We felt like we, like...
traveled through Europe.
Yeah.
We went to Mexico's not in Europe,
maybe it was Spain.
Yeah, true. We went to Spain.
We went to Ireland. We went to Italy.
We went to France. We just, like, went through all these little tiny businesses, and it was just, like, so cute and fun.
It was so fun. It was perfect. It was all, like I said, I'm just so thankful that you planned something and that we all got to be together. I was, like, so happy. I was so, so happy.
Good. I just feel like friends that become family are the people that you need to do those things for. Mm-hmm. You know, you need to let them know you appreciate them and love them. And I just feel like quarantine more than anything has made me wrap my head around that it doesn't have to be hanging out every single day or texting every single day. If it just means that when you do something for someone, you do it, like, genuinely. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah,
like, if I'm going to text you...
Yeah. So sorry. was my phone, guys. It's supposed to be on silent. It wasn't.
Do not disturb.
Do not disturb.
I just feel like if you are gonna do something, I think I used to think with friendships that like more is better. Mm-hmm. But I think as you get older and lives get busier and things just pick up, that your good friends you don't need to talk to every single day, or you don't need to, you know, constantly text or whatever.
Yeah.
But reaching out and just being like, how are you? Or knowing the big events that are coming up in people's lives.
And
asking
just what they're doing or knowing what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Being a part of it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And just, I feel like sometimes you just need to remind people, like, I'm here if you need anything, or thinking about you, or...
Yeah.
And it makes a big difference. I mean, I know it makes a difference when people do it to me.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And I mean, I have our friends, like, or my friends, have been my friends since I was very young. Very, very young. And so I think, like, we have pretty high expectations for each other. Mm-hmm. Like, and I don't know if it's because we've known each other or we just know how we like things done. We know each other's love languages. We know how we need each other. And so I think knowing that with my, like, 4 core friends that I've been best friends with my whole life, that has, like, transformed into my, like, college friends and mm-hmm. my out of college since August friends. But it just, those, like, relationships, I've always tried to just be like, okay, they need this, but these people also probably need this. And mm-hmm. so I learned how to treat my friends very young, to keep them mm-hmm. as my friends, and it just, like, has channeled, I think, into my, like, adult friendships. And I love that I love so hard.
Yeah.
And then I love when I feel loved so hard.
Yeah. I feel like you and I have different perspective on friendships in the sense of, like, you, like you said, have been friends with the same people. You've added people in your life, but you've been friends with the same people since you were very young. Mm-hmm. I moved around a lot, so yeah. I feel like
life's really exciting.
I feel like I get new friends every 2 years.
Yeah.
And where I don't have, like, a big circle, I feel like I have, like, 1 or 2 from everywhere that I've been that I'm, like, those are my people.
Yeah.
And I'm going to keep them forever, mm-hmm. but we're, more often than not, rarely going to be in the same place at the same time. So I've had to learn how to keep, like...
your friends even far away.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, longevity through distance.
Yeah.
And through even just... sometimes living in different places creates a totally different culture. You know, I feel like when I moved, like when my college friends all dispersed and moved apart, mm-hmm. someone that was living in Arizona and I was living in Washington and another person was living in Tennessee, we're all the same age. We're all, you know, I guess out of college, fresh into the workforce or whatever, but are in completely different spots in our lives because of the climates that we're in. Mm-hmm. You know, my friend that moved to Arizona was... like going like hard partying, going clubbing and like all that. Mm-hmm. Whereas my friend, like when I moved to Washington, I was like, oh, I work like 10-hour days and I commute for another 3 hours. You know, like I had a completely different life.
Yeah.
And
because in college, your lives are so like intertwined and
yeah,
together.
The exact same.
Going to practices and
mm-hmm. especially when you live together.
Right?
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah. And my one friend, we had literally the exact same life in college because we were in the same major. We were in the same classes. We lived together. We were in the same events and tracks. We had the same practice time. Mm-hmm. We lifted together. We did everything together. Mm-hmm. And then when we...
all of a sudden you were not doing anything together.
Nothing the same, you know? Like, I was moving in with my boyfriend in our first apartment together, and she was like... you know, downloading Tinder and going on a new date every night. I was like, we're just in different spots. Mm-hmm. Still love you, but, like, we have to find something to talk about because, well, I mean, it is just catching up on people's lives, but...
yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
When you take those, like, huge steps in life.
Yeah.
That then become bigger steps and bigger steps and bigger steps.
Yeah.
In life.
And then I think it's also, like you said, learning people's love languages. Like, some people... love to get to talk all the time, all day long. Mm-hmm. And I'm someone that I'm like, you don't need to talk to me all the time. I would love to hear from you. Mm-hmm. But I don't need you to always message me to know that we're friends. Mm-hmm. But love hearing from you. Love if you're around and in the area, or I'm around, I'm in the area, that we meet up and we do something, or that we eat something together or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I think friendship is a powerful, powerful tool.
Yes.
And we are given friends because we can't choose our family. So
True.
I think that has also been something I've heard that a million ways from so many different people, but like friends are the family that you get to choose. And you just see it once you are older and you're maybe not near your family as much. I have a huge family. So like when we were young, we were around each other a lot, and now it just feels like it's harder and harder and harder and harder to get our family together. Like our friends were like, even as hard as it is to get friends together, sometimes it's even harder to get our entire family in the same place at the same time. And so I'm like thankful for those moments that we do get to have the friends that have become our family be in those moments to celebrate life and birthdays.
Yeah. Surprise parties.
Yeah. I'm excited. I wasn't really looking forward to 28, just kind of like I wasn't looking forward to 27. It's just a year closer to 30. Don't know why 30 really stresses me out, but I'm like, we're just getting closer. But I think even just in the last couple months, or even like the last couple weeks, to be completely honest, realistic, that is where I've seen like the most growth in my life and mindset from quarantine and all those things. Like I'm more excited about things than I have been in a long time. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, that could probably be a whole nother podcast topic.
I feel the same way.
Like,
I
I'm just more excited about life, I think.
Yeah.
More recently.
Maybe looking at the bright side of things.
Yeah.
More than choosing to look at the...
What I can't do.
What you can't do.
The rules I'm being given.
Yeah. All the freaking things you have to remember with.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's probably a different
topic. a whole thing we can talk about. So yeah, friends are important.
Friends are important. Love your friends. Reach out to them.
Take
Maybe
care of
learn
them.
their love languages. I feel like that's a good advice. Mm-hmm. I don't think I even know my
You
love
should take
languages.
it. Jazz actually sent us, like, we have a group chat that's been going since 2016, you guys. I know that probably doesn't seem like super long, but that's a long time.
I mean, that's 4 years.
Yeah. I mean, and we've been friends longer than that, but there was a specific trip in our lives that really just brought us together.
Solidified the whole group.
Yeah. And that group chat has become something that is like a check-in point, basically. Mm-hmm. Whether you're listening or paying attention or reading it all at the time it's coming, it's like so fun to go back and like, you guys are crazy. You know, if you miss something or like it or whatever, which shout out to Apple for doing that.
Yep.
Putting
love
the
that.
ha-has and the loves and the likes and
Love
the thumbs
that.
downs.
That's great. I
Those
love
are
that
the best.
feature.
I know, right? But she sent us the test, like, sort of when she had gone through a pivotal moment in her life, breakup. She's, building herself back up and just was like, will you guys take this? Like, yeah. Or like, do you know your love language?
Yeah.
And we did it. And like, ever since then, it just has felt like we know each other a little bit better. Mm-hmm. And like, it's something we can talk about. Or we like, even if we knew those things about each other, we know them better now.
Yeah.
And like, now that we've retaken the test multiple times and, brought it into our relationships with our partners, like, it just is, it's a good thing to know.
Totally.
So, Shannon, take your freaking test.
I will. I'll take it. I'll
Tell
bring
me
it back to you guys.
Tell me your love language.
I think it's, we'll probably get into this at some point, but like you and I met, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Ish.
2 years ago. Yeah.
And you were at my wedding you were at my bachelorette party within like 6 months of knowing each other.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you were at my wedding within like a year of knowing each other, and I was like, this person's going to be in my life the rest of my life, like, hands down. And I feel like I'm that way with friends. Like,
oh, yeah, I know. I can tell.
Yeah. And I'm going to dive full in, and I'm going to know everything about them. They're going to meet my whole family, and my family's going to love them and check in on them and ask how they are and all of it. And I actually told my sister today on my drive up, like, Jenna and I started a podcast. And she's like, you guys are perfect for that.
I love that.
When is it coming out? When can I hear it? And I'm like, well, you're going to be a guest on it at some point. For sure.
Yeah.
We need the hot mom on.
She's so hot.
Mom goals.
Mom goals.
Mom goals.
I was going to say, it's like a for sure goal.
You guys remind me a lot of each other. from the moment you told me about your and like Kyle's story, it matches up with my sister and her husband's story, and just everything is just so cute. So she's amazing. But yeah,
we were quick friends for
we
sure.
were very quick friends,
and it was really sweet because Shannon, she first was asking me because I had mentioned that I lived in Vegas, and so Shannon knew her sister was planning a bachelorette party in Vegas. So she started asking me all these questions like, oh my gosh, what about this? Where should we go for this? And we were coworkers at the time, like new coworkers, and I didn't work at the front of the house. I worked at the back. And so we didn't cross paths too much. Mm-hmm. And so there was just like one day she came up to me and she was like, would it be weird if you came to my bachelorette party? And I was like, I don't think that's weird. I mean, when you said you were going to Vegas, I kind of assumed and hoped you would invite me, but, you know, I'm not trying to force nothing. It's your party.
I don't even remember doing that.
Yeah, and then, like, shortly after that, it was, like, a text that said, I know you're, like, super busy and you have, like, so much going on and you have, like, your own friends, but could we maybe like get coffee or something? And I was like, oh my god, she wants to be my friend. I was so excited. And I was like, again, I'm usually the person to do that for people that's like, I want to be your friend, but like you said, I was so busy and you like noticed that I was busy, but you wanted to be my friend, and that made me so happy because it's always me.
Yeah.
It's like, be my friend.
Yeah.
I love you and I think you're great, and I know that our lives will be good together.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, but it was just like, I think from the beginning, you've been very intentional about our friendship, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
Not crying, you guys. It's really hard not to. Oh my god.
Jenna's a crier. We'll come to learn this and love this about Jenna. I love it. I love people that wear their heart on their sleeve. Everyone in my life is definitely a heart on their sleeve person besides me. And it's not that I don't want to. Actually, pregnancy's kind of ruined that because I cry. I cried at the Kardashians yesterday.
I mean, they're also like family. They just don't know
I know everything about them. But I don't wear my heart on my sleeve, and it's not intentional. It's just I would rather have like a deep conversation.
Yeah.
Than, I don't know. I don't even know how I express my emotions, but I love
like this. Like planning surprise parties.
Yeah, I like to do stuff. I
like
to do something
stuff
for people.
Yeah.
Or like get coffee for someone. Like that's like
acts of service.
Yeah.
That's a love language, Shannon.
Well,
that's how you love people.
I'll figure it out. But like my sister is a lot. Well, I've already said this. My sister's a lot like you. She wears her heart on her sleeve. Has always been that way, very forthcoming with her emotions, and is always apologizing for it. And I'm like, no, I
feel like I'm always like that. I'm like, oh, babe, I'm sorry. It's that one line in that movie. And he looks at me. Kyle, like, will look at me when he knows
you're about to cry.
They will say it.
Oh.
She's going to cry.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Kendrick's a crier in movies.
I love that. It's probably why we're so good.
Yeah.
I actually was telling Jasmine, you and Kyle are very similar, and me and Kendrick are very similar.
Weird.
I know. I was telling her that this morning. I was like, I know that's why we're friends, because like it like fits so well.
Yeah.
And we didn't even know that was like the case, but that's probably why I love you, because I love him. So.
Yeah. Oh, I never thought about that. I mean, I've known you and Kendrick are very similar, but I never thought about Kyle and I.
Yeah.
That's why we need them on here, and that's why I feel like we probably need to put Kendrick and you on one mic, and me and Kyle on another mic, and it's just going to be you guys talking, and us being like, yeah. Whoa, crazy. What the fuck are you talking about?
I love it. I love it.
All right, well, thanks for...
Wrap it up.
Yeah. I guess... bring this one to a close. We
know.
Appreciate anyone that listens, or if you guys have any thoughts, love to hear them.
Yeah. This is only round 2, so hopefully by podcast 10 we're like, we got this.
Easy.
Just kidding.
What was you saying? Rate, review, subscribe.
Rate, review, subscribe.
Love us. I
love us. And your friends. Friends are important.
Love your friends.
Love you, friend.
Love you. We'll see you guys later.
Signing off.
Peace. Guess they can't see the piece.
They can't. You did it though.